Hi everybody and Merry Christmas. I'm Terry and I'm hosting Terry's Crafty Christmas 25. This is our second annual Crafty Christmas. Here's all the stuff you've been seeing for 3 weeks. So I'm not going to go over that again. And I'm not going to go over the challenges because we just did challenge 3. But the first 3 Sundays of December when the challenge videos are released, you're going to get freebies, lots of freebies. Several of the designers participating in the Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 event have donated freebies for you to use. Most of them match the kits. So when I tell you who donated the freebie, then you can go to the Linktree link and go to their shop, and then that kit will probably be on sale. In fact, I know 2 of them have been released. 2 of the kits that were donated to us to use have been released on sale. So, and this is November. I'm sorry, this is the second week of November. So you can only get freebies at the 3 Facebook groups: Sweet Pea Papers, Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and Junk Journal and Paper Crafts. So you can make projects, take your pictures, post the pics, and get entries in the huge Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 giveaway with more than 25 prizes. Now, I'm going to go over this real quick. How to enter the giveaway. You go to the 3 Facebook groups that I just mentioned. You post your picture, just like I mentioned, using any Christmas papers. You don't have to use the freebies. You don't have to buy any papers. Any Christmas papers you have will do. Just make sure you use the hashtag Terry's Crafty Christmas 25. Don't forget to put the 25 at the end in your post from December 1st through the 30th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, you got till 6 p.m. If you're in Europe, you have till midnight. Okay? And you can post the same post in all 3 groups for more entries. However, you can only 1 post per day per group will count as an entry. You're welcome to post more than that. I think that would be fun. But if you want to get into the drawing, it's just 1 post per day per group. Each post is worth 1 entry into the giveaway. On the YouTube giveaway, I've told you this before several times. Use the hashtag Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 in a comment from December 1st through the 30th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. 1 entry per post, per video. Only on the Terry's Crafty Christmas 25 YouTube videos, not the videos created by the collaborators, prize donors, and designers. Here's the Linktree link. It's linktr.ee Terry's Crafty Christmas. All this information is going to be below the video. How you like that? Is that quick enough for you? Okay, this is video 2 in our Christmas time series using papers by Julie's Papercraft. I did go ahead and do a little bit more to this. I put a Santa charm on. I found this border that I have. I have some of this and some of this, and I got them on Temu, and they're pretty cool. So I used some of that. Don't think I did anything on the inside. No, we had already done that. So let me double check here. Nope, we added the cards already too. All right, so now we're going to do, I've got pages 2 through 7 fixed up, ready to go. I'm going to put our Challenge 3 project in the center of this mini journal. So we've got our spinner card in the center, writing area with a white pen. And on the back is your big pocket like we made. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back to page 2. And on page 2, we're going to make a hidden belly band and add this giant envelope. So let's do the paper. Don't need this right now. Okay, so these two sides are going to be the same. That's how we're going to have our hidden belly band. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two rows. Let's make a side pocket. Because if we make a belly band, no, let's go ahead and make our belly band. We'll just use this center one and we'll make that the belly band. And then we'll still have these two to use for something else. Made me think of that Prince song. Okay, so then we'll put this right on top of there. And we will glue it in as a belly band. I filled my glue, so glue's going to come out like crazy probably. I mean, I super filled it because I had some left in a bottle. I decided I'm going to make all of it fit in my glue bottle. All right, let's get this lined up. There we go. Whoopsie. Yeah, there we go. And then I move it. Did I make it too wide? Just a hair. It's all right. We'll use the stitches on this. I wonder if I move it over just a smidge. There we go. Okay, I'm liking it. Now let's make this. Now this one does not have lines on it, doesn't have score lines, so we have to score it without them, and that's the only reason I didn't do it ahead of time. And we'll see how good I can do this. You have to go from this straight across to that notch. In fact, the easiest way to do it is to line that little curve area right there up with the score line. I know those of you are using the ones with the bone folder, but I'm telling you, if you have this scoreboard, if you have this paper trimmer, it's well worth the $8 to get the score tool and another blade, and then use the score tool to make this into a scoreboard because it is so much easier. And I always score way too much. Oops. Made them all hopped up on iced coffee. Juiced coffee. One last one. My little bead on my bracelet. The only time I have any trouble is on this paper trimmer. No inking. Yay. So all we have to do is fold the sides in. Fold the bottom in. Oh, nice. There's a little bit of a hitch right there, but that's all right. You only need it around here and part way up, the glue. And fold this down, and hopefully the fold is in the right spot. Yeah, it's a little wonky in the same corner. That was a little wonky at the bottom. It's okay. And so there's our envelope. We're going to put it sideways in here. I thought it was longer. But first, I want to put something on here. You know, one of these Christmas bells would look pretty, wouldn't they? I mean, ornaments. Oh, there's one smaller. In most of them, there's two sizes of everything. There's two sizes of each one of these Christmas ornaments. I like the red one. What about the green one? No, the green one's in. Oh, what about the gold one to match the gold presents on the front? You know me. I don't know where the other one did. This one went. We tucked it in that pocket. These are drawer organizers. You can get them at Amazon. They're the clear ones. Comes with 3 or 4 of these. One bigger one like this. And then, I don't know, 4 or 5 of those little bitty ones that are mostly useless. Except for little tiny, tiny ephemera. Okay. Instead of that, why don't we just put the glue on here. Instead of trying to calculate. And then we have this little present on the back. We get a dot to hold it shut. You know, we may not need that. Yeah, we don't need it. Because that just makes it thicker. Oops, maybe we do. I wonder if we have a card that will fit in there. One postcard coming up. Velcro. Yeah, I think we're gonna need one. Since we're putting a card in it, let's do the full Monty. I loved that movie. That movie was so funny. I laughed and laughed. Okay. Looks like there's a little bit of pencil on there still. I'm telling you, I had to trace everything. It did. It took me a whole day. Well, a whole day's worth of work that I could do anyway. Because you guys know me. You know my woes. So I'm not going to go over them. I'm not going to go over all the medical reasons that I can't do stuff anymore like I used to. But I'm going to a new pain doctor, so we will see. Oh, nice. I almost forgot there was a belly band there. Okay. It looks like it's too loose. What about one of these crazy bingo cards? Not big on the bingo cards. That one's pretty though. Let's see if that would help it. Not that much bigger, is it? But we could hook this down in there. We can hook this one up in here. You know what I mean? Tuck it up in. And that'll work. Couldn't find our little journal. I lost it. Okay. Somehow I managed to print all of the blue on the back crooked. I mean upside down. I didn't realize they all had writing on them. You couldn't really tell when you look at them on the computer. So if you buy this kit Christmas time, which I'm really enjoying using, then you're going to want to remember that all the blue on the back for the background papers have writing on them. Okay, here's page 2. Page 3 is a flip down. And the reason I went down with it is because then our writing will be right side up. So we're going to take this image here. I'm going to pretend like it's on the other side. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's leave room for the flip down. I want to leave enough room. I want it to look like the candles are next to each other. So I don't want to go too high up on this, but I don't want to go too low either. I want to be able to have a nice little writing space. I'm going to cut it there. Let's score it first and then look at it. What a plan. Let's do it in the right order for once. I was going to do the whole thing, but you know what I mean? Then our pages are going to kind of all be the same. I don't want them to be the same. Is that a half? No, that's 3/8. Wow, that looks like a half to me. Oh, yeah, that's right. 3/8. We could have gone a quarter, I guess. So it's going to flip right here. I think my pencil mark is still about right. Because when you flip it down, then this writing is right side up. Then we'll have the rest of the stripes for something else. Almost too high, isn't it? I don't want to cut it any closer than that. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll have to put a magnet, and then we'll put something to cover the magnet. Yeah, I could have cut this a little crooked when I cut it in half. So I want the stripes to line up. That. Okay. Something that would logically be at the bottom. Nummy! Oh, look, that cookie's not cut out right. Let's do this. That's not big enough. My darn scan and cut. I thought I traced them all, and it cut out the shiny part of the macarons. Yummy food in this kit. Lots of macarons. Guess you guys know by now, what is it? My favorite cookie. Then there's the inexpensive chocolate chip. And then the peanut butter cookie with the fork mark on the top. You know, that 3 ingredient. peanut butter cookie, your 4-ingredient, whatever it is, the one that's super easy to make. Make sure you push down on all the sides to cover the magnet, so no side is popping up. Yummy. It's almost, they almost look like they're right next to each other. I guess I could have made it a little shorter. Can't now, I got my magnet, my macarons on there. Now, if you're wondering if I'm saying that wrong, macaroons are cookies as well. They're not from France, and they're the ones that are covered with coconut. That's how you tell the difference. Plus, they don't cost $3 a cookie. Okay. This is page 3. I'm going to try to get as much of this done in 3 videos as we can, okay? And that's how much time I devoted to the other 2 kits, right? So that's how much time I'm going to devote to this one. Each one I had to do some off camera. So I wanted to give equal time to the designers. Now this one I'm not going to put a card in the, you know, like a pocket, because I want to see the candle. What's going on here? First of all, I can see the pencil mark. I think page 4 is Santa. Now flip up. It is a flip up tuck. Now this one we are going to put a card in. So if we just put an up tuck, we're going to cover Santa. Wanted to make sure to get this picture in the journal and not just the food. And I'll go back and see where I can decorate with this stuff. That's what it looks like. And this is what just a thread of it looks like. It's actually 3 strings. And I don't know what it's called. What is it called? Danger, danger, danger. Do not play with plastic bags. It doesn't say what it is anywhere on here. It just says where it's made and this and that, and don't play with the plastic bag. The rest of it is in Chinese. I would have to brush up on my Chinese. As in learn it. So, we're going to have a partial flip up. So let's, okay, leave enough for the score line. And I'd like to go to about here. I definitely want to cover its eyes. So cute. So let's cut it off there. And then we'll score it. You notice I'm doing it the other way around this time. It's going to make a pretty pocket. Right. Kind of liking this no inking. Other kits definitely need it. This one I think definitely doesn't. Just this one bracelet too, out of all of them that I have on, all four. And I'm on a diet. I think I told you guys this is November, and I've lost enough weight that I've had to start taking rings off because in the afternoon when my hands started getting a little cold, and it wasn't just because they were cold, but my rings started falling off. I was like, all right. And then I thought, what am I going to wear? You guys know I like to wear rings. And I like my string bracelets. Let me tighten that one. Okay, so we've got this scored. Now, thinking I want to round the corners on this one. Let's see if I need that again in just a minute. We'll put this on Santa. Bye-bye, Santa. Okay, that'll work. And then you'll be able to write on this when you flip it up. Plus it's going to hold down a card. Okay, magnet. I think this time I've got a big wreath. I'm going to use the big wreath this time. I should have put the tape the other way. Well, it doesn't matter because we're going to flip it up to hold the card. I think I've got a... Yep, that's exactly the one I wanted. But there's no way I could have fussy cut out all these little deals without the scan and cut doing it. Some of them I had trouble even tracing out. This one I didn't have to trace, I don't think. Get a tag. Got several big tags. These are more pockets. I don't want to forget that I have these double pockets, but they're actually, well, if you do them like this and like that, see, they're still too big to put together. I wanted to put them together, but anyway, enough mumbling. see what it looks like with one card in the center. Kind of covers Santa up. Oh, we have to put the other magnet on the back. I was like, why is that not holding that tab? You have to excuse my nails. I've been working all morning. And then I got stained orange. I had some Cheetos yesterday. Scrubbed and scrubbed. Okay. Now, I've got a couple of these. I think I used the big one. But what if we put one here as an accent? No, I don't like it. That looks nummy. Nummy and luscious. Looks like I may have to, yeah, on these light areas, I may have a little erasing to do. The dark areas it'll cut out, but these light areas here, pencil mark off of there. Just got glue on my eraser. And it's not the glue eraser. Alright. Where's our big tag? I stacked all these big ones up and cut the corners all at the same time because they were the same size. And it doesn't have to be pushed all the way up. You've got the magnet. Right, that looks weird. Let's do that. Yeah, the rest are plaid. No. Maybe it's... That'll work. Cover Santa up. And you won't even know jolly old fellow's under there. Alright. We have lots of tags. Not the little ones. We're going to have to find some way to make some more pockets or something. That's 3. This is 4. Six and 7, I'll probably do off camera. They're just gluing the papers down. The center. So we'll do 5. Try to get it done now. And then we need one for the back. Oh, 5 is a fussy cut pocket. I know I should have cut it out before. But we're just going to cut out the cookies. Okay, Nutcracker's looking at me. I had to move him. And then we're going to put it on this page, which is the mirror. So then we'll put something in the pocket. When you take stuff out of the pocket, you'll be able to write. So let's do this. I quit swinging back and forth in my chair. Okay, I can take this off. And then I start swinging in my chair. Try to make the corners rounded as much as possible. It's a little harder to do around the green, I agree. But I did still want to get the pine needle in there in the middle. Go down a little further. This is the side I should have started from so I could see what I was doing. I was cutting backwards, trying to guess where my blade needed to go. There we go. Oh, nummy. That sure makes those pop out. We can trim this and make it into a card. Alright, let's get it glued. I think we're going to be a little bit ahead of schedule. Well, that's because I'm going to do the middle off camera. It's just gluing papers on. It's nothing exciting. This probably wasn't exciting either, but some people don't know where to fussy cut to make a good pocket. That looks luscious. What if we put our picnic table in there? Or our tablecloth, I mean. Maybe some cake on it. I went over a little bit with the glue. Oh, I had it ooze out over here. we're going to have to make a stuffed pocket page. There's another Santa. Let's put him in there. Even though you can't see him. Okay. Oh, what about a guest check? Some hot chocolate on it. The guest check for when you leave. How about that? It's a tag. I can almost round the bottom corners of it though. I think it would look better. Yep, all we have left is 6 and 7, and I'm just going to glue those on. And then we'll, video 3, we'll try to get as much of the second half done. We won't, but try to get at least 3 pages. And then the back page, it's just going to be a solid page, right? So all we need to do is 6, 7 will be done for you. This little middle part was challenge 3 that we did just 2 days ago, 3 days ago. 7's the middle. So all we need to do is 8, 9, 10, and 11. 12 will be just a picture page. So I'll decide that. I'll try to find a Santa or something to go on the back. And we've got our Santa charm. I hope I didn't move too fast on this. Nothing was difficult. So I just went ahead and zoomed right through so that we could get as much done on camera as possible. Okay, so here's our project. Here's all our magnets. And our glue bottle, which is plastic, which hopefully there's nothing in it that makes it stick to the magnets. Okay, that's it for this video. You've got 10 minutes to hang out and do whatever you want. Plan for an hour, and I will see you guys on Friday for video 3 in this series. Okay, alrighty, bye bye.